Today we're going to be talking about the Hyperloop. To begin, my name is Colin Kempf. I'm a student here at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. I'm a freshman. My major is construction management. Today we're going to be talking about the creation of the Hyperloop, who came up with the idea, how it came to be. Then we're going to talk about what the Hyperloop is, how it's going to work in Dubai. And then we're finally going to talk about what the Hyperloop looks like in Dubai, the interior. The Hyperloop was first introduced back in 2014 by Elon Musk. He proposed it to investors, but they shot it down right away because of the price tag. Since then, companies have ran with the idea of the Hyperloop, and so have colleges. MIT, in fact, came up with the idea and concept design of a transport vehicle that, like the Hyperloop, that could reach up to speeds of 700 miles per hour, and that could carry around 20 passengers. MIT eventually made a mock-up of the device, and it was a much smaller, compact vehicle that could only fit one person, but it indeed reached very high speeds of 700 miles per hour. When the Hyperloop was first introduced to investors, they stated that it will revolutionize the way that we travel in the world, with where we live, with where we work, who we see on the weekends, who we see after work, where we travel will all be affected by the Hyperloop because of its transportation speed and affordability. In Dubai, they are currently building a Hyperloop track. It'll be 87 miles long from Abu Dhabi to Dubai, and it'll take about 12 minutes of travel to reach their destination. The vehicle will also be traveling at speeds of 760 miles per hour. By 2020, they estimate that they'll be having at least 10,000 passengers every hour going between those two destinations. The interior of the Hyperloop in Dubai will have leather seats, and they will be very spacious. You should be able to have no problem keeping your luggage by your feet, having arm room. If you're a larger person, you should be able to sit in these seats, no problem. In the higher class pod systems that you can pay extra money for, they'll have display information and entertainment devices that you can use, which will be very helpful for people in business or in school working on homework. The Hyperloop system, the tunnel will be low pressured and vacuum sealed, and it will be levitating off the tracks. By having a vacuum sealed container where the pod is going through the tunnel, it will reduce the friction through the air, and by having it levitating, you won't have to deal with the friction between the wheels and the ground. So by having an electromagnetic propulsion system, you can reach speeds of 760 miles per hour easily and transport people long distances with very minimal amount of energy. In Dubai, they are working on an app that you can just type in where you want to go, like where you want to go home, and it will come up with when the next pod system is ready to go, where you need to walk, how long it's going to take to walk there. Then it comes up with a time that you'll eventually be at your destination. When you eventually reach your destination where you have to go to get into the pods, it will pick you up and it will take you to the Hyperloop transport vehicles. These four. It will come in pods of 4. Will go into each vehicle, and then it will go into these tubes, and then they'll be off to the other destination. That will be taking around 12 minutes. With this diagram, you can clearly see how people can get into these pod systems and without being distracted by clothing stores, food courts. People can get into their pod systems and get going very fast without wasting a whole lot of time. The inside of the mock-ups for the Dubai Hyperloop is the ones right in front of you on the screen. They feature deluxe seating with leather seats. As you can see on the side panels are video screens that you can touch and display information that is needed. This is the first pod. This is a higher class that will cost more. This is very spacious. This is like the first class of the Hyperloop. This pod system is the lower class, more affordable class for everyone, making it more affordable for everyone. This is also very spacious, except that you'll be sitting next to someone, unlike sitting by yourself. You should be able to keep all your luggage by your feet without having any problem. When you eventually arrive to where you're arriving to, the transport vehicle will get there. Then the pods will go out, and it will either drop you off at that location, or it can take you to other locations where you can either walk or get picked up from by someone else. This will make traveling somewhere very easy, very cost affordable, and you'll get to your destination real fast. This is a mock-up of the station of in Dubai. This is also where the control center would be. This is where you would arrive and departure from Dubai, and this would look like the same in Abu Dhabi. Those are pod systems. That's a mock-up design, concept design created by the Virgin Hyperloop Line company. They're very sleek and appealing to look at, unlike cabs and buses. To come to a wrap, we talked about how the Hyperloop was introduced to the market, who introduced it, who took off the idea, and whose designs excelled while others failed. Then we talked about the Hyperloop and how it would work in Dubai. Then we talked about the stylish transportation of the Hyperloop in Dubai. As Dubai is the first country to take up the idea of the Hyperloop, more will follow. They probably won't be as classy, and they probably will be more affordable and less spacious. Well, they'll probably try to add more people in each pod. As technology keeps on increasing and as social media becomes more present in our lives, we need to be connected with those that we love, but those that we love may live long distances away. But with the use of the Hyperloop, those distances will not be anything to worry about anymore. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section, and I will get back to you. Thank you, and have a great day.